Bitcoin is on the verge of collapse. New altcoin opportunities are popping up and I want to cover them all in today's video. So taking a look at the market, we see things have slowed down quite a bit. A lot of red on the board, especially across the weekly. Bitcoin, Ethereum, both down. Solana down significantly. Cardano. In fact, we have to scroll down all the way to number 20 to see some green. And that's with Chainlink. And I think there is some opportunity there. But it's hard to take advantage of good altcoin opportunities when we take a look at Bitcoin. And it has for weeks now. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks after this huge, beautiful pump just been going sideways. Zoom into the 1 day and you can see it's just trapped in this narrow range. What we can easily get rid of now, this 29.85 level, and just really look at 31.5 and 29.5. There's no other levels I'm going to be paying attention to as to when we get the next breakdown or break up. The price action does look pretty terrible. I mean, we had a big pump straight into resistance, sharp crash down, a really slow sideways motion, slight pump up straight into resistance here, then back down to this support here to get tested. What this shows me is every time prices come down, the bulls have struggled to push it back up, and it's really just slowly bleeding and going sideways, maybe holding on to some action we got from the SEC pump, but that's about it. If I were a betting man, and I am, I'll be betting that we're going to break down here. I have been tempted to enter a short early with a stop loss at the midpoint here. Personally, I'm avoiding it just because I know these conditions can get really choppy. But this play does make sense to me. Set your stop loss around the midpoint 0.5 here. If price doesn't go back up there, we should see a sharp crash, and it's confirmation of this bearish momentum to the downside. The reason I've been avoiding that is we've been going sideways for weeks. I know how choppy this can get and how it can continually go sideways. I don't like entering positions like that. I much prefer going with the momentum. So I personally will be waiting to catch a breakdown here on the lower time frames, and I'll be targeting first the 28.5 level and then hopefully the full extension to 27.2k. Because remember, the longer the price goes sideways, the more aggressive the breakdown or breakout tends to be afterwards, because people are bored, people are trapped, people get caught off guard. Now, there have been a lot of opportunities to make money. It's only recently popped on my radar, so I have missed a huge portion of this move. I'm not one of those influencers to tell you I catch every single move out there. This is pumped 70%, but if you've ever seen my altcoin trading videos, you know that getting in after a pump, there's just as much opportunity to make money as there is before the pump. Because before the pump, you can't really predict when it's going to go up. You tend to be wrong a lot more often, and your win rate goes down. After the pump, the win rate's a lot higher because you get to study a lot of the moves. You don't need to play any waiting games. Your capital doesn't get locked up. There's a lot of advantage to it. If you want to learn more about this strategy in particular, I'll leave a link to an article in my Telegram. In general, you want to be in my Telegram. I'm posting the majority of my educational content there for anyone who wants to become a real trader. So these two levels here are actually from previous breakout levels of Link. Now, we had this huge breakout level over here at around $5 where price blew up to 20, huge breakup over there. Then similarly, we had this level just before, price went up, came down, and then had its second breakup, and then had its second breakout. I say breakup, I mean breakout over here at just above $9. This acted as a support a few times actually, and then price broke up again. So really, we could put a third level around about here. 17.75 for the next break up over there. And generally, it's very powerful. If you identify these key levels that when previously broken resulted in a lot of momentum, they're actually really significant. Just take a look at how much interaction you see with this level here, and then hits a resistance. And then notice the same again here. This $9 level is the breakout level from all the way back here. And now you can see again, a lot of significance, a lot of interaction. And in fact, this has been a range for May 22 all the way till now. So over a year, this has been the range, and you could have predetermined it from those levels. Sure, you would have had to tighten it a little bit, gotten up to here about the $5.34 level, but you can see the principles apply. What that means for me is I'm not too interested in playing this range here. What I'm much more interested in is if the price looks to break above this $9 level. Now with Bitcoin on the verge of collapsing, I doubt that's going to happen. I think much more likely we see this move start to retrace. However, if Bitcoin doesn't break down, continues back up towards the top side of the range, and we start to approach this $9 level, in fact, I tighten it all the way to $9. We approach this $9 level, we can see another breakout, and we've got heavy targets we can go for. Let's zoom out to the 1 week. Bring in the market structure levels, which are also extremely important. High, low, high, low here. So the next significant one is right over here, about just above $12. So from $9 to $12, we've got a nice 43% move to catch there. Sure, this one is 70%, but this one's going to have a much higher probability of hitting, and it's very similar to plays I shared earlier. If you guys were following me, you know I was looking for a similar type of breakout over here at about $21 for Solana. Afterwards, we saw a 50% move and caught that, so pay close attention. Lastly, again, remember, very similar thing, 0.76 level over here on Matic, and we saw a huge pump afterwards just below the 0.9 level. That's all from me for today, and I will see you guys soon.